Man, I don't know how big of a rock some of you guys have been living under for the past 20 years, right? Like, how naive do you have to be to believe that, oh, it's just the first date and she doesn't do it? She doesn't do stuff like that usually. She doesn't really usually give the kitty up on the first date. She's not that kind of a girl. That's their favorite go-to line, right? Their favorite go-to bullshit ass line that they try to sell you for you to believe that, oh, okay, this girl might be a virtuous woman. Fellas, come on now. I mean, it's one thing if both of you are in high school, or let's just say she's in high school and you're in college, like, but you're very close to her age. Let's say she's 16, you're 18, age of consent is 16 in your state. You just graduated high school, or you're about to graduate as a senior, or let's just say she's 17, you're 19, and you're a freshman in college, she's a junior or senior in high school, right? That's one thing if those age-ranged girls are telling you, oh, I don't usually do this on the first date, or I'm a virgin, or I'm not promiscuous like that. What kind of girl do you think I am? Like, that's one thing when a girl that young says that. Because, I mean, you know what? I'll give her the benefit of the doubt, right? If she's 17, 16, and I'm 18 or 19, okay, I mean, inevitably, she can't be that big of a hoe, right? Because she just hasn't lived long enough in this earth. Maybe if, like, the worst that could happen is she probably lost her virginity at 12, or she probably got raped or whatever. I know you guys don't like me talking about that. It's a sensitive issue. Oh, you're talking about underage girls. Suck my left nut. That's what I think about that. But yeah, let's just say worst case scenario, she gets something bad happened to her in her younger years, or in her child years, to be honest, or she was just that big of a hoe where she just started sleeping around when she was 12, 13, right? But even then, it's almost impossible for her to get a body count over 10, right? Because a girl that young is not gonna have guys who has airtight game around her age range. So if she's hooking up or sleeping around with a guy, she's most likely going to stick with him long enough. She's not going to jump from cock to cock to cock as much or as often how these college girls do. Right? And obviously, guys who are way older than her is not most likely not even going to mess with her because that's jailbait, right? I mean, that's what I would like to believe, right? I have high hopes in men, right? Like, you guys can't be that stupid to where you're 20, 21, or 25 even, and you're trying to go talk to a 14 or 15-year-old. Like, dude, come on. What's wrong with you, man? You need to go see a therapist if you're doing that kind of crap. But anyways, whew, that's a nice Shelby. Do you guys like Shelbys? Mustang Shelbys? Let me know in the comment section below. I like the 60s. Anyways, I got distracted with that car. So, fellas, it's one thing, yeah, if a girl is saying that stuff, because, yeah, as I was saying that, it's almost impossible for her to get as high of a body count as a girl who's in her college days, or she's out of college, or better worse, a woman who's after the age of or over the age of 25, because you know she's been ran through, especially if she's somewhat decent looking, like a 7 or above. So I'll give her the benefit of the doubt, and I'll actually have more patience for a chick who is 18 or 19, right? Like, I, as in me personally, if I'm messing around with a girl, and she's 18 or 19 or 20 years old, yeah, I'll have more patience for her to deal with her crap when she tells me that, oh, I don't do this on the first date. Okay, baby girl, you know what? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You look good. You're young as hell. You're at the perfect prime time of your lifetime. I'll give you one more shot. We'll even go on a second date. If I can get shit done in second date, all right, I'm calling it a day. But a woman who's 23, 24, 25, and plus, and over that age, when she is coming into your life, or you're wanting to date her, or smash her, sleep around with her, and she gives you that bullshit line, dude, you gotta be out of your damn mind. Why? Because you cannot compensate attraction with anything, fellas. See, if a woman is a 4 out of 10 in your eyes, she could have the most amazing personality. She could cook, clean for you. She could literally sit when you tell her to sit, stand up when you tell her to stand up, go take a shit when you tell her to go take a shit. She could literally be your slave, and you still would be cheating on her, and she still wouldn't be satisfying you long term, because you're not physically as attracted to her. Now with women, there's 2 different attractions that come in, physical and mental. If you are a 6 in looks as a guy, and fellas, it's not that hard to be a 6 in looks as a guy. All you gotta do is get your body fat percentage down, and put some muscle on you. That's it. Lean muscle. And there's tons of information out online on how to work out and eat clean and stay in the gym and get a good body, get a good physique. Doesn't matter how tall you are, what race you're from, what how big your dick is, any of that. Doesn't matter any of that. You can still change your body for the better. So she could be attracted to you somewhat. Yeah, she could see you as a 6 or a 7, even maybe as a 5, which is average, right? Okay, yeah, he looks like an average guy, cool. But you come out and you attract her mentally to a 10, like she's mentally attracted to you and she mentally sees you as a 10 or a 9. And how do you do that, by the way? All you need is to get your foot in the door by that initial physical attraction level, which is a 5 or a 6, okay? But as soon as you start opening your mouth up, as soon as you see that she is at least giving you a chance to talk to her, right? That first 30 seconds, a minute, that's all you're gonna get, by the way. Again, this is if you even want to play this game with women. If you don't want to, if you're perfectly content with living life without women in it, mad props to you, bro. You're a better man than I am. Yeah, that initial conversation that you're going to have with her, that could be an interest builder mentally for her. So our personality, our charisma actually means something to a woman. While on the other hand, women's personality and charisma doesn't play as big of a role as their looks do. As I just already mentioned that. But to give you guys an opposite scenario of that, if a woman is a 9 or a 10 or 8, 9 or a 10 in the looks, but she has a complete bitchy attitude or a personality of a 1 or a 2, there's only so long you can deal with her, right? You can only deal with her for so long. So yeah, both cases go. So you kind of have to find that middle sweet spot where you're not compromising looks that much. Maybe like a 6.5, 7.5 in the looks department, and personality-wise, she's an 8, 8.5, 9, right? That's the sweet spot you want to be in. Or personality-wise, let's even say from 7 to 9, anywhere in that, right? She's just a cool girl to hang out with. She doesn't nag you as much, because women are gonna nag you regardless, right? So when she's not giving you sex on the first date, that means you haven't built that emotional connection with her, or she just doesn't find you as attractive, not just physically but mentally as well. You have to build a physical and mental connection, that physical and mental attraction in that first date. And if she doesn't give it up to you, then you know inevitably this bitch is with me after this first date for other superficial reasons, such as how much money I make, what kind of social status I have, because maybe she's gonna be able to stick around me and get her status up that way. But it's never going to be for the right reason, which is what? Which is her wanting to be a part of your life because of you. And nothing hurts more than that, fellas, when you know that a girl is with you because of what you can provide to her, not because of you. You know, what you can provide to her initially is going to get your foot in the door, as I just mentioned already. Your looks, money, status, all of that. But and because of that, if you have really high LMS status, looks, money, status, she might even give it up to you on the first date. If she doesn't, however, that tells you what? That tells you that, man, even my looks, money, and status being that high couldn't get the draws off of her, couldn't get the panties off of her, right? So why am I even gonna be messing around with this chick? And nobody wants to sit here and admit that, man, these chicks been giving it up right and left in their college years. So why would I have to wait now? Oh, just now she wants to find her, just because she wants to find herself now? I don't have the patience for that, man. I really don't. Because when a woman comes out of college, all the women who are out of college and single are probably the easiest lays you'll ever get. If you just have your stuff somewhat together, you have a good solid mouthpiece, good solid game, good solid red pill awareness and knowledge, and you just look decent. That's it. They're the easiest lays out there, fellas. So that's why would I keep wasting my time with you, trying to give you more chances and give it up to me on the second date, when I can literally just go get your best friend, for that matter, or one of your co-workers, or some other chick in that age range, from 25 to 28, 24 to 28. You guys are handing it out like frisbee, man. You know when dating with purpose really comes into women's life? After the age of 29, in my experience. That's when, because they're hitting the 30 mark, like, holy shit, I'm old. Yes, you are, baby girl. And you got nothing to show for it. No, I don't give a shit about your college degree or how much money you make. I got my own shit. So, fellas, that automatically tells you how she views you when she doesn't give you sex on the first date. Or you just haven't been able to build that connection, that attraction to her, with her. Okay? Because a lot of times, good-looking guys will come in, and she's ready to drop her panties for you, but you just say something stupid, you just open your damn mouth, and yep, you just fucked everything up. So that's why even good-looking guys need game. You can't solely rely on your looks, man. I know you guys want to take the easy way out, but just like anything else in life, if you want it bad, if you want to have success with really good-looking women, you really have two ways to go about doing it. So, either A, be like a celebrity type of a guy with the blue check mark on your Instagram, professional athlete, rappers, somebody who has a lot of high status, right? And / or looks. This is really going to be the status that's going to get you all the high value women like that, right? Or good looking, all the hottest women out there like that, right? Or you just got to play this game where, you are a decent guy, you make decent income, 6 figures. 6 figures is not that hard to make, by the way. And you want to go get yourself a 7 or an 8? Yeah. Then you got to keep playing this game. That's how I look at it, man. So, and I mentioned this before too. Like, if you want a cold approach and build game and whatnot, and you've never been comfortable with talking to women, yes, you should go out and cold approach and build that confidence up, or not confidence, build that skill set up, and get your shit together first, and then you can go cold approach and do all sorts of bullshit and bring women in. Because before you get your shit together, you don't have a world for her to come into. Just stop and completely stop thinking about this fairy tale crap about, it should be it should be about my personality. She should like me for who I am. Shut up, dude. You don't like her for who she is. You like her for what she looks like. So because that's just how you're born, you're made, and that's how she's made. You have to understand that. And fellas, Stop being so damn naive. Okay, I saw a meme earlier, a meme video on Instagram, where it showed that one of these college blonde chicks running out of her dorm room, and there's like a sad song in the background, and she's running out, and they're showing her running out of her dorm room and falling onto the floor in slow-mo. And the caption says, when you tell him your body count is 3, but he knows all 5 of them. Or no, when he knows 5 of them, that means it's more than 5. But this bitch is lying to him, saying that it's only 3. If she's in college and she's at least a 7 or above looking, fellas, just know, just like, let's say you for sure knew her in high school and her body count was 4. For sure in high school. You knew that. Somehow you figured that out. You knew that for 100%. But she goes to college, any kind of college, even a community college. Just add at least 15 more to that number. So that's what? 4 plus 15, 19. At least 15 in her 4 years of college. And that is extremely, extremely conservative of a number. I should be saying at least 20, but you know what? I'll even give these hoes that benefit of the doubt. So if she's, and let's say, okay, she didn't, let's even say she was a virgin in high school, right? Just hypothetical situation, which is almost impossible nowadays. If she goes to college, it's still going to be at least 15. Again, she has to look like a 7 or above. You can't come in here and say, oh, I only slept with 2 guys. Bitch, you look like a fat butterball turkey. Shut up. So, if she's giving it up to 15 different guys in college like that, and I know for a damn fact these chicks don't give a shit about, oh, I'm dating with a purpose, or take me out on a first date, second date, third date. I mean, if the guy's complete simp and he has money and she knows that, so there are some guys out there like that in college, but he has no games, then yeah, she'll be using him. But for the majority of the time, these chicks are sleeping with the best looking guys with the highest status in college campuses. Frat boys, athletes on the campus, etc., etc. So if she can give it up to 15 different guys like that, why the hell would you come in here after she gets out of college and tell her that, oh yeah, it's okay, I'll wait. You know, it's okay you don't give me sex on the first date. That automatically tells you how she views you. And if she actually views you alpha, but you just said something stupid to bring her attraction level down on the first date, like she was ready to give it up to you, but you just did something stupid on your end, well, then you know what you need to be doing. You know that you need to be sharpening up your skills. You already know the answer to that then, right? But for the majority of the part, it's us guys not really doing a whole lot of wrong stuff in a date. It's just women trying to find a reason to disqualify you. That's it. Women always do that. Always. Unless, as I said, you have the status. Fellas, I've noticed, status, doesn't matter how big of a status you have. You could have status in your small friend circle, and there could be a couple girls in there, and you could be the highest value man in that small friend circle of 7 or 8 people. And she'll fuck you over any of the other guys. Status trumps pretty much anything. Looks, money, charisma, anything. If you just have the status. So unless you have that, then that's really those are the other things that you really have to look out for. And that's how important sex is on first date, because it tells you right off the bat how she views you. And it's going to tell you if she sticks around with you long term after that after she didn't give you the sex, or after you've done a lot of things wrong, she didn't fuck you, but she still kept talking to you and she still kept wanting to see you, you know for a damn fact that this chick is with me for other reasons. She looks that good, she's with me for other reasons, and your guards and your antenna should be up like that at all times around her. Why is this bitch with me? What she want from me? That's what you should be thinking. And also, fellas, last point before I end the video. If she doesn't view you alpha, or she doesn't view you that attractive, again, remember, attractive doesn't mean just looks. That mental attraction and physical attraction, both combined, that you build with her. If that's not high enough, and she doesn't give you the sex in the first time, there's a very, very, very good chance, A, either she's going to be leaving you, cheating on you, etc., etc., or B, even if she doesn't do that, you guys are not going to last too long. Attraction is must. You cannot compensate attraction with any amount of money. Right? Now, about the status point, again, that's going to get you foot in the door. Remember that, okay? And remember that, yeah, she might be able to give you the sex in the first date because because you are that high value, high status man. Everybody knows you in your friend circle, at your work, wherever, or her friend circle, or at her work, in her college campus, wherever. Yeah, she might give you up the draws, but the panties. But if you don't build that attraction with her, let's say you're a butt ugly guy, but you have that status. Well, she's attracted to that a lot. But then let's say you don't mentally build that attraction to her, you're not going to last with her. But that's a different video topic. That's a video topic of building rotations, having multiple girls and keeping them around and letting them keep coming back to you. It's not about how big of a schlong you have. It's about how to use it and how you build that mental connection with them. But again, this video is not that. This video's main point was to give you guys an idea of how she looks at you, or what kind of person, what kind of guy she thinks you are if she doesn't give you sex in the first date. Chances are you are not her first choice, and chances are she's sleeping with some other guy on the side and he's not even having to buy the cow to get the milk, but you are. All right. Follow me on Instagram, fellas, at Zeekpeak. I hope this video made sense. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.